prices have skyrocketed. Take Florida, for example. The median home price is now over $400,000. That's a 50% jump in just 5 years, according to Zillow. And if you look at the Zillow data, dating back to 2014, Idaho actually had the most significant growth in its median home price, increasing 155%. But Florida and Idaho are not alone. States like Washington, Utah, Arizona, Nevada, Georgia, Tennessee have all seen increases in their median home value since 2014. In fact, all of these states have increased more than 120%. And that's on top of rising insurance costs, rising HOA fees, and rising property taxes. Even everyday living expenses are adding to the burden. The price of your dream retirement home is the one thing standing between you and actually enjoying retirement. Right now, high real estate prices are killing the retirement dream of thousands of people just like you. So what do you do if you want to retire to someplace you've always dreamed about? Or if you want to keep your primary home and buy a place to escape to whenever you want? You risk spending too much on a house and leaving little for anything else. I'm here to tell you that your retirement dream does not have to die because of high real estate prices. There are ways to do this without draining your savings. Stick with me because some of these creative strategies and new approaches could change the way that you look at your retirement plans. Look, we can't ignore what happened during the pandemic. Millions of Americans saw and seized an opportunity to move to warmer, non-tax states. Florida, Texas, Arizona all saw waves of new buyers, and that drove prices up almost overnight. Suddenly, we had people being able to work from anywhere remotely. We had investors turning homes into profit-making Airbnb. We had people leaving high-priced states like New York and California, and they were all bidding on the same limited number of homes that were available in popular retirement spots. On top of all that, homeowners insurance jumped. Property taxes and HOA fees rose, and the cost to maintain a home followed suit. So now it was no longer just about how much the home cost, but everything that comes along with it. I've seen it happen. Customers of mine who live between Maine in the summer and Florida in the winter suddenly can't keep their Florida home any longer because of insurance costs. In the last 3 years alone, their insurance has gone up thousands of dollars, not hundreds, thousands. This is forcing them to reconsider retirement. They thought Florida was it for them. They thought they were going to be spending their years traveling between Maine and Florida to enjoy the best of both worlds. Now they're saying goodbye to Florida and heading to the Carolinas, where their dollar is stretching further, not only in the price of the home, but also in insurance. And that's the good news. You do have options. Look for other locations that tend to fly under the radar. Sure, most everyone thinks of Florida and Arizona when it comes to retirement, but this is a big country and there are a lot of places to consider. And many of those places probably don't get the attention they deserve. Towns like Fort Smith, Arkansas, and Winchester, Virginia, for example, offer affordable housing, low taxes, and active communities, and sometimes at half the cost of Florida and Arizona. A $300,000 home in these places can offer you the same lifestyle as a $600,000 home in Naples, Florida, without the financial stress. Consider my couple from Maine. They are trading in their 30-year-old Florida home that sits on a postage-sized stamp lot with a view of a pond, if you can even call it that, for a much larger home that's only 2 years old, sits on nearly a half an acre, and is just steps away from an 800-acre lake. The property taxes and insurance are less than half of what they are paying now. Some affordable places in the U.S., according to U.S. News & World Report, include Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Springfield, Illinois, Florence, South Carolina, Battle Creek, Michigan, and Johnstown, Pennsylvania. This just proves that you don't have to follow the crowds. And more importantly, you don't have to be house rich and lifestyle poor. Another option to consider is smaller homes or 55-plus communities. You can downsize your square footage without scaling down your lifestyle. Smaller homes are having a moment right now, given the current state of the real estate market. Buying smaller usually means a lower price point, which means less cost up front. That money that you get to keep in your retirement savings can go towards travel, healthcare, or just living life. Going smaller usually means lower property taxes, lower insurance premiums, and lower utility bills. And it could also mean less time, money, and energy to maintain it. And if you choose a 55-plus community, those neighborhoods are designed for retirees. These communities come with built-in activities like pools and fitness centers and tennis courts and pickleball courts, even walking trails, restaurants, and full social calendars. And typically, the HOA fees in these communities cover things like lawn care, exterior maintenance, and security, giving you less to manage. Another idea is to explore seasonal living or slow travel. You may be thinking of selling your primary home and moving to your dream retirement destination, which is definitely an option. But instead of buying in one expensive location, you could spend your winters, for instance, renting in a low-cost destination abroad or in some overlooked U.S. towns. Airbnb, VRBO, and long-stay discounts give you a fully furnished home, utilities all included, and no strings attached when it's time to leave. Many homeowners and property managers are offering monthly and seasonal rates at a fraction of the cost of nightly stays. Slow travel could be 3 months in Florida, 2 months in Portugal, and the rest of the year near family. The point is, you're not tied down. Each season can bring a new adventure, new friends, and a new view out your window. Slow travel and seasonal living also gives you the ability to try before you buy. You can live for a local for a bit and decide if it's really right for you long term. You'll learn about cost of living, weather patterns, healthcare access, community culture, without the 30-year commitment. This gives you variety, flexibility, without the long-term financial burden. And if your primary home is paid off, this frees you up even more to enjoy different locations around the world while retaining a comfortable and familiar home base. The key is just not to rush into high-price markets just because everybody else is. Consider renting before buying. Explore under-the-radar towns. Focus on lifestyle, not square footage. If you are thinking about buying a home and need to be connected to a real estate agent in the area that you are considering, I offer a free service and I can help you find that agent. Scan the QR code right here or click on the link down below. Fill out the form and I'll get back to you with an agent in that area. And if you're thinking about buying or selling a home here in Southwest Florida, Naples, Bonita Springs, Estero, and you would like to work with myself and my team, my information is below. Call, text, or email, and we'd be happy to help. In the meantime, if you're still searching for that perfect retirement destination for you, check out this next video. I appreciate you joining me. If you found this video helpful, click the like button and maybe subscribe. It's at no cost to you. I'm Alysia Shivers. Thanks for joining me. Until next time.